How is it going then, everybody? I hope you're all doing very well. Welcome back to another video here on our channel. I'm the FIFA Analyst, and today we've got another episode of the Road to Glory. We did leave you yesterday with a live commentary of our game where we put ourselves on the 8-2 record. Looking good to start off the weekend, and today we're going to be going through the next, I think it's 9 games or so. Might not even be that much, but we're going to be going through it and we're going to be showing you the highlights. If you do enjoy the video, please let me know by giving it a big thumbs up. Drop your thoughts down below. You can also subscribe to the channel. We do upload every single day, and we do stream 6 days a week on Monday. No, day off on Tuesday. That's the end of the day. So twitch.tv/FIFA Analyst. Link is in the description if you want to come over to there. So, new team this weekend, and yeah, I mean, 8-2 is where we're at the minute, obviously, from watching this. We're going to go through and have a look at the games, have a discussion, talk to you about a particular thing that will happen. Obviously, you'll see it from the title. A DC hits us, which is a little bit unfortunate. It's been happening a lot this weekend, supposedly, across the whole of Twitter, is what we're seeing, and kind of everything as a whole. Talking about the team, because I know a lot of you guys have been asking me, what's Henderson like, Arnold, what's Kone like, Mbappe, Neymar, are they good enough at this stage of the game? Now, Neymar is still definitely good enough, the gold Neymar. Mbappe, he feels a little bit behind the curve. He doesn't quite feel like he's up to the standard now, just because of things like pace. I reckon if you played him out wide as a right attacking mid, left attacking mid, you could probably get away with it. But when he's up against the centre backs, his touches, his pace, the lack of strength, just doesn't seem quite good enough, to be honest. Obviously, we do have Sarabia, who starts the game for us. We do sub him off, and we do bring on Nani at left attacking mid. Not his best position. He is better at centre attacking mid, but I can't replace Neymar. I can't take him out, which is why we leave, Nani out on that left attacking mid role. Henderson, heavy, doesn't take touches in very well, doesn't seem to be in the right place at the right time a lot of the times. Verratti runs around like a little dog, he fights, he gets you the ball back, but again, not two centre mids I'd recommend putting together and what I'd recommend having, if I'm honest with you. Defence as a whole, it's just mediocre. I mean, we talked about it last week. Obviously, we've got Reguilon in at left back. I'm so happy with that card. I think he does really well. The 2 centre backs, Silva and Marquinhos. This is the thing, right? They're usable, but they're not people I'd recommend if you were going to say, I'm going to buy them. Should I buy them? If you had them untradeable and you think, I haven't really got the coin to spend elsewhere, then maybe so. But there won't be people I'd say, yeah, go out and get them. All right, that's kind of how we're looking at that front. And then Arnold, I think Arnold's okay, but in comparison to right backs in the Premier League, I think Wan-Bissaka's better. I have used Wan-Bissaka quite a bit this year, and Wan-Bissaka just seems to perform better than Arnold. I think Arnold is probably better off in a centre defensive mid role. Is kind of what we're looking at on there. Kone, definitely not good enough at this stage of the game. Definitely not. I'm not expecting massive amounts from these guys. It's still a very, very cheap team. In actual coin value, it's not worth a massive amount. We've obviously got the untradables in there, which is great, but the actual, the coins that we spent on it, it is so-so. It doesn't set the world on fire. Now, going through the games, you're going to see very shortly a DC that we get. We're 1-1 up, 1-1 up. We're 1-1. Nothing set in stone. We know whether we're going to win or we're going to lose, and we go ahead and get a DC, which is irritating. We get the loss. Now, I was streaming it at the time. Obviously, I do stream all of these games so you guys can see it. And yeah, we got the loss, which was a little bit frustrating. And the stream stayed up. I reconnected to the server straight away. There was no issues. There was nothing. And yeah, it just came out of nowhere, really. I've been seeing it a lot on Twitter of, I got this DC, I got that DC, this and that. And, a lot of people talking about it. So obviously the servers and the way they work. What I'm getting confused with, I think some people are blowing it out of proportion. I'm gonna be honest here. You guys know I'm an honest man. I think a lot of people are saying, I was 15-0 when I got a DC at the 89th minute and I was winning 2-1 and it counted as a loss. But they tweet it and they don't show you the clip. I think some people are jumping on a bandwagon because there is a problem with DCs at the minute. People are getting these DCs, but I think some people are just using it as an excuse to say the reason why they lost. Does that make sense? Because I just find it really odd and really peculiar that there's so many, and I don't see many people backing it up with the, when you can share, your recent broadcast, like your recent, what happened. No one seems to be backing it up with that, which to me, I just don't believe everything I see on Twitter. But that's me. There is still an issue with DCs. I'm not saying there isn't. Of course there is. I have seen a lot of people saying about it and them showing the clip of it happening, which is fair enough. That's fine. But that's kind of my opinion on it. I don't know why it's happening. I think what is happening, the DC that I get, I don't think it was anything fishy. I think it was just a general DC from the EA servers. EA servers doing what they do best. So I don't think it necessarily was anything dodgy from the opponent. But I think there is a no-loss glitch going around, which is essentially where someone can exit the game and they don't get a loss for it. And whatever the result is at that time, well, you will get the loss for it most of the time. That's kind of how it seems to be working. And the opponent doesn't. So the opponent could be losing 2-0, leaves the game, and he doesn't get a loss for it. And you might not guarantee to get the win. You might get a loss for it as well. And it's a big issue with what's going on at the minute with FIFA. And it's been around for ages, right? This isn't something new. This has been around for a very, very long time. And EA have done certain fixes, done this certain fix, done this and done that. And it still seems to be a recurring pattern, recurring issue, which is very, very frustrating as we get to the 11 wins mark there, which was all good, all nice. And yeah, it is very irritating and very... I mean, look, the squads, as I said, you know, like... The minute in obviously weekend league, people do have very good squads, and I'm not saying that's the reason. It's just very difficult for you to perform when you've got, even the squad that I've got is very, very good, and I'm a good player, and it's hard. It's very difficult at this stage of FIFA because every little mistake is just toned in on by the fact that they've got a team of the season attacker to punish you. They've got a team of the season defender to get past, and it's difficult. You know, this guy's got Diego Carlos. So hard to get past Diego Carlos when you've just got, you know, and team of the season Ramos. It's very hard to get past him when you've just got normal Mbappe, and then you've got gold Neymar. They just get shrugged off. They just can't seem to get through. You know, the pace alone is enough. That goal annoyed me when that went in because I was a bit like 2 goals. But look at that there. The guy absolutely dominated me. No chance whatsoever. As we saw, we didn't get to 11 wins, we're at the 10 wins mark at that point, and he just absolutely dominated me. One shot I had the whole game. I've been finding it a little bit tough. I am still playing the 60 games. At the time of recording this, I'm 19-3 on my PS4 account. I am playing 3-5-2. I've been playing 4-2-3-1 with 7 depth, press on possession loss, and then I've moved to 3-5-2 about, I think I played about 15 games by that point, and I moved to 3-5-2, and I've been trying to have a little bit more fun with it on that side. Now, obviously, the RTG is very different. I can't play like that. I can't use those tactics. I can't use, you know, anything more aggressive because I don't have the team to back it up, which is why when I spoke about the 4-1-2-1-2 formation the other day, you have to have the team to back up, you know, the play style that you want. If you don't have the greatest of team, you do have to play slower. You do have to play more negative. You have to go backwards. You have to go sideways. You have to hold it around on the edge of the box and wait for that killer opportunity. Don't get confused with holding the ball unnecessarily. You are trying to, you know, still trying to put the ball in the back of the net, but you do have to be very, very patient with it. And that's one thing that, you know, with the RTG, it's a different play style than what I'm kind of used to. And look at that for a squad. Moments Cruyff that he's got. Absolutely, no, sorry, Moments Cruyff, Prime Cruyff that he's got. 93 Neymar as well. And I think his team was We Will Smash You, something along the lines of that. And the chat said, don't let him win, not with a name like that. So I said, all right, I'll try and try hard a little bit. And luckily enough, we do manage to come up clutch. Nearly get the block in there. But yeah, we do manage to get the win. 2-0. And the guy gets a goal near the end, but that doesn't concern us too much. Now, it is the Ultimate Team of Season rewards again this weekend. So I'm hoping we can get something good from rewards, which will be, I'll be happy with something similar to what we got, Henderson and Arnold. I think that was respectable for the 17 wins that we finished on. Obviously, we didn't play all 30. We just got to 17 and then called it. If we can get something like that again, I would be a happy bunny. I'm still waiting on to see what EA are going to do with future rewards, because if they drop Team of the Season rewards and give us Team of the Week rewards, I don't think I'll play 60 games. Now, I'll probably drop the PS4 account and I'll just do the RTG, because the PS4 account's very stacked as it is anyway. And for Team of the Week rewards, it just wouldn't be worth playing the 60 games. I might as well just go back to 30, you know. So hopefully they don't. Hopefully they do keep the Team of the Season rewards and give us the Team of the Season and Team of the Week rewards. To me, that makes the most sense. I did touch on this yesterday as well, and I really, really hope they do that. Whether they will or not is a different matter. It's going to be very much a different matter. And there is the DC. You know, there is the random DC that we get. You know, you can see there I was still going, still fine. This was on stream. Obviously, you can't see the stream overlay and everything, but I was still live at this point. I was still chatting away with the chat, asking them how they were and how they were getting on. And you know, the lad said, "Oh, you're going to get a loss for this," and I just thought, yeah, you know, something's just gone wrong. I won't get a loss for it. So we come through. We have a look at the Summer Heat promo, which is going to start. Wednesday, is it? Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday, I think. Which, yeah, that'll be interesting. Wednesday or Tuesday, I don't know. Obviously, when this was recorded was before the day. So, yeah, it'll be interesting. It's just been very irritating, you know, to get that sort of stuff. I think you're going to see the knock-on effect that this has. I start to lose more games. Not necessarily because of not the game, me not being good enough, right? Me not being good enough, me not being able to compete, obviously, with the team that I've got at this particular stage. But it definitely did, I think, at the back of my mind, I think it did knock me about a little bit to go, I've just received a DC when it was 1-1. I hadn't lost the game, I hadn't won the game, it was even. If I would have just DC'd then, and I got nothing, I would have been fine. But to get that loss kind of just made me go, much harder now. I wanted to hit the elite this weekend. 8-2 was a good enough start to hit elite, and then it just starts to crumble. I mean, I don't know what we're on at this stage of the game. Were 12-4, I think? 12-4 when we got that? Yeah, 12-4, because I think we had 16 matches remaining then, if I remember correctly. And that kind of said to me, I was a bit like, that's frustrating now. That's going to make it, a bit more harder. I needed to get, ideally, to like 14-4, 14-3 to get elite on this account. Because it doesn't have the capability to really perform too much against, the 15 plus form, like the plus 15 form, that made it much more difficult. And I was a bit like, it kind of gave me a bit of a kick up the backside. And unfortunately, it kind of sent me into another, I bounced back straight away with a win, which was great. The guy leaves it there. And then the knock-on effect after and after here, just you'll see it in a second. I end up changing the camera angle as we do hit the 13 wins mark. I end up changing the camera angle and going to co-op. When I lose my head, when I'm off, me playing very well, I'll go to the co-op camera angle normally, which is where I'm trying to hold possession. I'm trying to not really give the opponent a sniff of the chance. And it's just defending like that. Just predicting where he was going. Getting it wrong. He scores 1-0 to that guy. And I'm now thinking 13-5. This is ridiculous. This is going to be much, much harder. I think I'm 13-5. Yeah, 13-5 at this point. So this is where we change the camera angle and we say, right, let's try and focus in. Let's see what we can do here. And again, just not defending well enough. He gets a little bit of the rebound, grabs a goal, 1-0. I'm trying to press now. I've changed formation, give the ball away cheaply. He gets in behind, and then that's it. And that's the game, set, match, and won. And now we're 13-6, and this puts us in a very, very difficult position to try and get elite. Last time we hit elite on this account, we were 14-7, and we still managed to pull it out the bag. I think it's going to be difficult. Very, very difficult. But we'll see. We never say never. That's the attitude. Never say never. Hope you guys have enjoyed the video. If you have, please let me know by dropping a like. You can subscribe. We upload every single day. Let me know how you're getting on, or how you got on in your weekend league, I should say, because you'll be seeing this on Monday. Thank you all for watching. I do appreciate it. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.